What do I think about contract jobs? Well, you are asking somebody who used to work in the staffing industry. So I think contract jobs can be amazing for the right person. You see, contract work means that you're just getting a flat rate and they're not going to cover any of your benefits. So that's very attractive to some companies because it costs about 130 to 140% of whatever you're being paid for a company to hire you full-time as a full-time employee. So if they can hire you as a contract worker, they can give you a higher rate because you're keeping more of that money because they don't have to pay all the additional expenses around hiring you full-time, okay? So one of the upsides can be you can make more money. The other thing is when you're a contract worker, by law, they can't dictate some of the rules around your employment. Like they can't say you have to be here at this hour or do these certain things. There's flexibility because as a contract worker, you're an independent worker. Okay, you work for yourself. So that can be nice in terms of a lot of people are contractors who work remotely, right? That way they can go and work wherever they want to. So there's some upside there. When you are a temporary worker, you are working for the actual staffing company. So you're not a contract worker. It just means your actual employer is the temporary company, not the place that you're working at. And I think that's a distinction. A lot of times people think they're a contract worker when you work for a staffing agency, but they put you at, say, Google, right? Well, you're not working for Google, you work for the staffing company. And those can be very effective because that's how you can start to work at great companies and also get benefits, right? But they tend to not give you the same level of benefits as if you were a full-time worker. So they'll pay your taxes to the government, but they're not going to give you, say, health benefits and things like that. So understand there's different types of contract workers and what it means, and there's advantages and disadvantages to both versus being a full-time worker. Now, the last thing that I want to mention about this is that sometimes when you've been a contract worker for a long period of time and you've had multiple contract engagements, it can be difficult to get a full-time job. And the reason for that is that employers will be like, well, you've been contracts for so long, why do you want to work full-time? So you do want to, if this is something like temporary, then you might do it for a short while. But if you're committing to it fully and saying, I want to be a contract worker and embracing it, that's fine. Just understand that later on, you might struggle to get yourself a full-time employment gig, which that may not be a bad thing, right? Again, there's trade-offs to all these approaches. And I think the most important thing is to be informed. So I'm really glad you asked this question. I hope that gave you more to think about, and keep the questions coming, folks. Trying to answer as many as I can for you each and every day here, okay? Good luck. Go get them.